nowadays we hear a lot of talk about genocide, and it ought to be remembered that genocide is a technical word, and so it shouldn't be bended about like that. One must have a somewhat clear idea of what one is talking about. It's that a genocide, first of all, it's not just like a massive crime. You can have a massive crime, which is not a genocide. For instance, the massacre at Wharf Jeremy a few months ago in Haiti, where 200 seniors were beheaded and or gunned down. It's a massive crime, but it's not a there was there was no genocidal intent, in the sense that there wasn't a decision to wipe out an ethnic group, race in the broad sense of people who share our past, who share our culture, who want to have a future together, and yeah, or a people who share a religion. So in the massacre, the terrible massacre of Jeremy, which is a crime against humanity, most likely, it's not a genocidal act. To have a genocide, you need to have the genocidal intent, and it must be kind of expressed clearly enough, in and that's the problem. The problem is that lawyers, international lawyers, they have to interpret, when is a putative genocidal intent expressed clearly enough. There are cases where it's just clear. Like in the Tigray region, I mean, in Ethiopia, the people who would rape the women, they would write, these women will never give birth to Tigrayan kids anymore, and on pieces of plastic, and they would introduce those pieces of plastic inside the women's vagina. Yeah, it's just the cruelty of that. Yeah. And but in most cases, lawyers, they have to do that the work that lawyers do, trying to argue that that there was genocidal intent. In most cases, it's not